I'm going to pause it there, and I will see you inside after I get these placed, and I will have gathered some more of these leaves. So I'll see you in a little bit. So there we go. I did rinse these off. That's plenty for me. I don't need more than that for what I'm going to be doing, so I'm not going to harvest more than that, like I said. But I am going to go back outside and get some more of these leaves, and let us do that and see what we're going to make. So we're going to be letting this dry though, so kind of let them air dry, but not for too long. Probably like 20 minutes, not even an hour, nothing at all like that. It's only like 10-20 minutes. So let's get back to outside, like I said, and get a couple more of these delicious, savory, nummy nums morsels. Whew. Ah, it is not good plain. I don't like it. But what I will be doing is putting it in smoothies, because I find the boost and those type of things really, really too bitter. So yeah, let me pause this for now and let you wait on me to get some more of these very nutritious items. I will be drying some. I will be trying to like freeze them. I hope it will work. And so yeah, let's look into that. Again, you don't want to leave it soaking in the water too long. You want to just, it's more dipping it, getting it to rid of the bugs or any impurities of sorts. But if you know that there definitely has not been any pesticides, herbicides, or any other rabbity, non-friendly rabbity things, yeah, do not eat it if there's any problematic issues that are in the area. Okay, so talk to you in a sec. Whew. All right, this away. Later. Now, let's talk shop. As I said, we got pancakes in the way, which I'm going to be putting bananas, blueberries, syrup that I made. I'm going to break up some yellow of the flour, because the flour is not bitter. It's not sweet. To some it might be, but not to me. But it's just so beneficial in nutrients. So let's talk nutrients while I clean these leaves. So the first thing, priority is making sure your tools are always clean after use. So you're not using a totally wet cloth, but a semi-damp cloth. So done, put that away, back in its spot, so I know where it is when I want it. Next. And so, as I said, you do not want to let these leaves stay saturated. So what do we want to talk about first concerning your dandelion benefits? Now, I didn't get any of the root, though the whole of the dandelion is edible, and it's super, super beneficial and nutritious and highly, in my opinion, can cure different diseases. So let's talk about first the nutrients, how nutritious it is. It contains very extremely high antioxidants, And it contains, what did I write here? It's great as an anti-inflammatory. So those of you who have issues with, say, arthritis, or say your hips or your bones are hurting you, your joints I meant, you definitely want to take the benefits of this. So what I'm going to do, as I said, because I find it quite bitter and unpalatable to such an extreme degree, I would be using it even almost as a parsley. Like I would be just using it very little bit, depending on what, like I said, for example, if I were to put it in a soup or a stew, I'm not gonna stick it in there like a spinach at that time necessarily. Maybe for soup, I guess you'd put some more, but I personally would not be, unless I might be making it into a powder, and then that way I can, like I said, handle it, and it's more palatable. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to put them downward so that the water is not pocketing on the inside like a boat. So you're going to put it upside down, the teeth down, grabbing into the, either if you're using paper towel, I personally am using a cloth because I don't want to waste my money, and or, ooh, a green onion stuck in here, I think. Oh no, that's not a green onion. I don't even know what that is. Anyways, what was I saying? Well, so back to the new, how highly nutritious this is. My hair is all over the place. Again, fights inflammation. It doesn't help flabbermouth, but it does help inflammation. So things like that, if you want to put just a bit, say in a smoothie, you can even drizzle it a bit on your cereal, things like your oats and that, especially if it's put into a dry consistency, you will not even taste it. So I'm just trying to pick out the, there was some grass in there. So I know I might look silly while I'm doing this, holding these this way, but I just want to make sure that anybody who clicks on will see what I am up to and not wonder. So I am going to do this. So stay tuned. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. So let me put the camera so that you can see better, and let me continue doing this. And try and get the hair out of my eyes. This one. Oh. I'm seeing it. Oh. Kind of. We try to, these flowers are kind of bunched up here. Let me try and get those out of the way a bit so there's room. But yeah, you almost have to work with these quite quickly. I was considering thinking, oh, maybe I could stick them in the freezer, but I'm figuring that the petals of these are way too delicate for that, and it may lose something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it would work. Oops. Putting these on here. Oopsie. am I here? Push these over a bit. So yeah, those will be lightly, loosely on there. Again, with the teeth down, let the water flow out and off so that they stay crisp. Now, how are you going to keep these for a few days in your fridge, say for your salads and so forth? The best thing that I recommend is that you are going to make sure it's patted dry, but you're going to put it in a plastic bag with, get this, a piece of paper. What is it called, those paper? You're going to put it on a disposable paper, whatever those papers are called. But what you'll do is every couple of days is mist the paper. So you're leaving the bag also open. You just kind of put it the seam. I don't know. The French in me is trying to come out right now. I don't know what's going on. But you're going to try and put the, I meant to say not try, you're definitely going to make sure to not put your lettuce, you're going to treat it like a loose lettuce or spinach. You're not going to put it just in the bag and close the bag, because the moisture, that can create, let me get you back looking at me again, that can create, I forget what the word is, bacteria. Whoa, here am I? Where am I? It can promote bacteria and so forth. Oh, is that going to mess the thing up by putting it this way now? I hope not. So, but with that, let's continue our little conversation here. Let's turn the lights on. Sorry, I should have had them on earlier. So again, I need to work fairly quick with this, with these dandelions. Let me get rid of this so I can have that in the picture. And normally you're not going to be working on the stove top like this, but I just don't have any real countertop room. So back to our fun little tutorial, my Rinta in the Raw tutorial, knowledge of what I know, and I did Google some of it, so don't take my word for it. Feel free to Google it yourself. Don't necessarily rely on me, but it is valid information. So along with, again, all these high nutrients of containing high antioxidants in which promote and fight inflammation, it can also aid in blood sugar balance, reduce cholesterol, aid in triglyceride levels, lower blood pressure, promote liver health, and even be good with weight gain, or weight loss, I should say. Now, again, other things that you're going to want to use and take benefit of these is that you're going to make sure to know, if it's good for all these things, it's something you want to use. It's one, like, it doesn't taste good. It kind of is medicine-y, as it were. So it doesn't taste fun necessarily to eat, not in my opinion, but it is so beneficial for you. And at this time of year, at spring, and through the summer, a lot of time, even through the fall, you can have ample, free, nutritional food right outside in your yard or wherever you may go, in the bush, out in the country or wherever. So the dandelions, it's been studied that the dandelion has been for a cure. It actually cures or reverses. It aids in reversing the effects of liver disease, colitis, which I have issues. Don't you too? Don't we all? Everybody seems to have problems with their stomach or digestion in some way. The immune health. Who doesn't need a boost in their immune health, right? Right? Are you with me? Influenza, I don't even know what that means. It's an antifungal. It has antifungal activity. So if you're somebody like me who ingests sugar everywhere, there's sugar everywhere I go. There's some type of sugar, whether it's natural sugar or artificial sugars. I'm consuming sugar and may have something called candiditis or candidus or something along that line. So it's good in lowering and tempering, maybe I'm saying the wrong word, those kind of those fungal activities, though taking things like yogurt and that is great too. So again, problems with, say you have, I was saying earlier about inflammation of the joints, things like arthritis. Arthritis is an inflammation of the joint, and that's what's aching and hurting you. So taking this, making nice tea, you will be happy. Take it. You can take it even every day. Take it every second day. That's fine. But watch your consumption of foods and what you're eating, because you are what you eat. So depending on what you eat is depending on how your body will react, depending on who you are. Because you as an individual know best on what is making you feel better. So, for example, people who have arthritis, you're not going to want to take tomatoes, especially the red ones. Some they've been saying are making tomatoes or yellow or orange, who are supposedly more good for the gut. They're better for those type of people, just because it's missing something and it doesn't have as high content. But Google it, I don't know, or in my next video when I'm talking about tomatoes, we'll have to talk about that. Other things that it's good for is bacteria. Where will you find bacteria the most or highest on your body? In your mouth. Your mouth or your feet, depending on where you're working. If you have to wear your shoes, your boots every day, you can get quite the fungus on there. Or bacteria, I meant. No, okay, maybe I'm mixing my stuff up. But bacteria, yeah, you can get it in your face, on your mouth, I meant. Lastly, I'm going to end it with, there's a myriad of things that it's good for. But lastly, the other thing it's good for is, again, controlling your sugars. So hence, it can actually cure diabetes. So why aren't you out there trying to just, if you don't want the plant, please, I am begging you, just pluck it out. And once it starts flowering, cut the head off immediately. That's all you have to do. Just pluck those heads off immediately and it will not go to flower. So with that, I'm asking you, do not put pesticides, herbicides, or all these artificial products in your yard. Pay attention to your yard, pay attention to your creatures, the plants and so forth, making sure you're doing the three sisters and so forth to make sure that each plant is happy with what you're doing, never mind having put any other products that might do other issues. So stay tuned till the next video. I'm going to end this now because I'm getting so hungry looking at these yummy pancakes that I am going to make a quick sauce with my berries and cut up some banana, and then I'll sprinkle some of this on here. I will be right back because I need to get this going in the fridge right away at least while I finish eating. So I will see you in a little bit. So here we go. You're going to again make sure it's loose on a nice plate, making sure the fridge is really nice and cold, but not too cold. You don't want it to freeze because it will damage the thing. So I'm going to do that. Put a little bit to the side. Make sure there's room to make sure they stay cold, because if once they get warm, they start acting yucky. Now I was a little bit rough with them when I was cleaning them, so that's no good, but at the same time, oh well. So I'm gonna keep a couple for my pancakes, like I said, and I will be right back. Oh, and a very quick side note is that these pancakes were made with bread that I made the other day. So reusing that bread, I ended up almost crumbling the bread. I cut it up tiny little cubes, but kind of broke it up a little bit more. Lightly sorry, I'm tired a bit. I put a sprinkle of cinnamon and a tiny bit of nutmeg, fresh nutmeg that I ground myself. And so yeah, if you could smell these, whoa. So sorry I've not been making the videos as yet on how I make stuff, but stay tuned for those once I get more organized and more clear in my head what's going on. See you in a sec. Alrighty then. Oh, I forgot about those. No. I have to make some kind of soup. Oh my god, like in a restaurant. Ew. Did he do that? Are you so... Oh my god, is he... Oh my... Okay, now. So I have these berries here who I let sit, and because they were frozen blueberries, I let them sit in the syrup juice, and then I let it kind of sit and let the juices soak in and interchange, so that way, yeah, it doesn't lose the bubble of the blueberry stays firm, so that when I cook the juice down, I still have nice firm berries. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to now reduce this, and I will be right back. So, ooh, it's gonna taste so good. Oh, and so remember too, when you're reducing it, you're just kind of swirling it around so that all the juices are definitely getting happy. Oh, guys, you don't know how great this tastes. And if those who do know, OMG, because when you buy syrup, I find I bought this syrup. It was, what is it called? They say that it's 100% pure organic maple syrup. Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty watered down. So along with putting it in the berries like I did. So anyway, again, this message, this video is about the dandelions. So stay tuned. Let me get this plated and finish this up, and stay tuned for the next video where I will have a mukbang and eat the actual yummy flower of this beautiful, nutritious, and free item in your yard. And by the way, when it starts boiling, where am I? When it starts boiling and you see that the boiling is a little bit of a thicker boil, you are going to turn the temperature down to medium low and continue letting it cook down, reduce, because if you keep it too high, when it gets to that point, because it's getting to a temperature because of the sugars and so forth, it needs to be turned down. So it turns out, as I look at the time of my recording on how much space I have left, I actually don't have enough time. So I'm going to put these frozen berries that I let thaw out and get juices happy with some syrup. I'm going to cut these down after this finishes reducing enough, and I will be plating this, and I will check you in the next video of how one of the ways of having your beautiful dandelions. So I'm going to be having it sprinkled on my pancakes, so stay tuned for that. You can either do that or even sprinkle some in the syrup, but I don't want to do that because it'll make it look messy. But I will be cutting up some banana and putting that in and letting it cook down just for 1 minute, like not even like 30 seconds on each side, total 1 minute. So I will be right back. The bananas will still be firm.